SOHAMS, synergy of hand, mind, and soul. Friends, I'm with you here today with my ninth soulmate out of the 11, whom I introduced to you in my video part 2, with a little bit of introduction about each of those 11 soulmates. And then, one by one, I'm coming to you with a little bit of deep dive on each of the soulmates. Well, today is a day for my beautiful ninth soulmate, and the way I say this soulmate is very simple, like my all other previous soulmates. I have anchored this with my finger and the thumb over here, and then I will close my eyes and say SOHAMS. Well, when I say so, I'm telling myself internally. When I win, and when I lose, I learn. And then, in the second phase of SOHAMS, that is the humming part, I let my mind loose, let it wander, let it relax, but under a very, very intense environment where each and every cell, millions and billions of my body cells, are immersed in the thought of winning and learning from the loss, and therefore telling myself that if when I lose, I learn, I still win. So let me talk a little bit about winning. Friends, at this juncture, if I may request you to close your eyes and imagine that you are standing in a beautiful surrounding. One side is the sea with very calm waves, and other side is a beautiful mountain. And you are standing in between, and you are part of millions and millions of people standing there. And then you hear a gun, a shot of the gun, and each one of you, millions of you, start running towards a goal. And you're running and running and running and running, and it is you who could hit the ribbon, and you are the winner. And if now I may request you to open your eyes and look at yourself, that's true. Out of the millions and millions of chromosomes, one fellow won. And ladies and gents, it is that winner which is there today in each one of us. We are born winners. Wherever we are, in whichever situation we are the winners. And this fact gets embedded into the root of the root of the root of the root in the subconscious mind of ours. And therefore, whoever we are, we have a very basic desire, very basic need to win and win always. And when we lose, something hurts us. And that hurt gets through our heart into our subconscious mind, because the very, very basic need of each one of us is to win. But at the same time, friends, you understand that it's not just possible to win every time. We can win at times and then we lose as well. So when I'm saying when I win, that's a great deal. That's a great thing. We are internally happy. But when I say when I lose, now losing part is a part which is difficult. As you all know, as we all have experienced, when we lose, we are not in a very good mood at that time. But before I get into the losing philosophy, let me also talk a little bit on win-win. When we win, now the wins are of different kind. There is a win-win situation, there is a win-lose situation, and then there is a lose-lose situation where some people think that they have won, but it could be possible that it is a lose-lose where none of the parties have won in true sense, but maybe someone thinks that yes, I'm the winner in this deal. Now, if I move on to when I lose. Now, when I lose, it's not a good situation. But some people lose it twice. And you will understand what I'm trying to say now. When I lose, I learn. And when I learn, I win. So what I mean to say is that every challenge, every problem, every losing has a hidden opportunity. It's a divine surgery. So if I'm able to learn something out of that loss, and that learning I'm able to assimilate into my system, and I'm able to then take action on that learning, what happens is that the lose doesn't remain as a loss. The losing situation becomes a winning situation, because the losing is one time, but then we have a long life. Whether I'm talking of a life in the personal sense, or I'm talking of a life as a professional. Now, I might lose a deal for one time, but if I don't analyze why have I lost, what is my learning coming from there, then it's a double loss for me. It's a double whammy for me, because I paid the price. I paid the price, but I haven't utilized, I haven't made any use of that price what I paid in losing that deal. Or losing a relationship. It is an emotional price what you paid. Now, on the other hand, if I learn from a loss while losing a relationship or while losing a deal, what happens is then that loss is an investment. And that investment, we are getting a return of that. Because if I have learned from that loss, and that learning makes me a person that in that situation, come what may be, that learning comes to my rescue, and then I don't lose again in that situation. And the situations change. They change from time to time, situation to situation, and then I'm able to convert that situation into a winning situation because of the learning what I got out of that. So friends, what I mean to say out here is that winning and losing at times is not in our control. It happens in spite of our best efforts. But learning from the loss is our choice. It is my choice. What am I learning from that losing? And once I'm learning from a loss, then that loss is an investment for me. It is a great opportunity for me, because one lose teaches me how to win 100 times over my lifespan. And not only that, if I can influence the people around me that look, losing is not a bad thing, but not learning from there is definitely downgrading oneself. And therefore, it changes the whole paradigm. It changes the color of the lens. It changes how we think at losing. And once this paradigm changes, so every loss, I see it as an opportunity to win in that situation over and over and over and over again, then the saying, what I'm saying right now, when I win, I win. When I lose, I learn, and therefore I always win. Friends, now coming back to my precious little 10 seconds. These are not little 10 seconds, because if I'm saying them, if I'm visualizing the winner in me, if you visualize the winner in you, because you are a winner, I am the winner out of millions and millions of guys and gals who are running for that goal. If we realize that, and we realize that every loss is a victory, sustainable victory over a long time to come, then what happens is that this phrase, when I win, I win, when I lose, I learn, and therefore I always win. And saying this again and again, again and again, every morning, every morning, every morning, and week after week, and year after year, this paradigm gets deeply embedded into our system, into our subconscious mind, into our synaptic connections. What makes our behavior, how we behave, how our attitude is, how we respond to things. So these precious 10 seconds are so very precious in taking me forward, and it can do the same for you. So friends, this is what I wanted to share with you, with my soulmate. When I win, I lose, I learn, and therefore I always win. And then with the third phase of SOHAMS, the phase, that's where my soulmate number 9 gets in sync with the other soulmates. And the 10th soulmate is a soulmate. I call this soulmate as captain of all. And this soulmate says beautifully, I'm investing heavily in leaving behind worthy values for my children, next generation, colleagues and friends. Well friends, at this juncture I would say SOHAMS, once again, synergy of hand, mind and soul. Bye for now, and I'll see you again in the next week.